There, how do you have this set? Oh, you have this set. I don't usually use that. Like, you can have control over how far of a stretch you want. I think that's how it was. Remember how this works. Yeah, I'll do like that, you know, and it's like, now it's spread across
Spread across the whole thing, okay.
And the original note was F1.
Okay, yep.
So, now I should be able to place it, and now I name it. Nokia phone stylies.
Yeah. Can you use an AC keyboard on this?
Not on that one.
Okay.
You have to have one of the more expensive ones.
Okay.
Okay, so in theory, now we're in.
Sweet.
Whoop-de fucking do, right? Okay, the special parts are when you start playing with it. Let's see how this is set. Okay, effects, I don't know. Even effects are kind of shit.
Okay.
Like, you have an eventide.
Yes. Okay, fair dues.
Before, when that was in the Moog, you know, it was like inconsistent or whatever. I never, like, whether I'm using Contact or this, I never actually end up using the raw synth because it's just so variable. Like,
Yeah.
once you have it locked in how you want it, it's just like a tighter performance.
Right,
you know what I
okay.
mean? So, like, what would I do to fight this up? Some of my favorite shits to do. One is to double the voice.
Okay.
Okay, I've just gone voice 1, voice 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just want utilities, copy the voice. I'm copying it to the same preset, so it's going to have 2 of them.
Okay.
So that we have the 2 of them.
Yep.
And this is like, Contact can't make that sound right there.
Right. Yep.
It does an approximation.
Yep.
That's the real deal.
Okay.
So, like, these are on the same group, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I can be like, okay, global. I'm going to edit all this group just for shits and haws. Like, make those high passed. Just above the meat, right?
Yep.
And then I'll go back to the voices and I'll double the first one. The only reason I'm picking that one is the root tuning. You know, instead of the pitched one.
Yes. Yep.
You know, this is group 2, eh? This one will make a bassy one. And we just switch that from a high to a low.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Other fun things. Let's see. Like, let's go to this group. Now, see, like, when the groups are highlighted, you can edit the group. When
Yep.
you pick that, it'll be everything in G1. If you did there, it'd be everything in G2, where there's only one.
Okay.
And then when you hear edit voice, so, like, you can either edit each individual line or whatever is on the same group, right?
Okay. And the group is the way you group voices and voices. Yeah. Okay.
Like, I can have, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah.
So, what would be fun? I'm trying to think. Maybe, like, go to the group 1 and put EMU chorus on it. People seem to like that.
Okay.
That's in tuning. Like, people can't ever find this. It's simple. You go tuning.
Tuning.
1 to the right. Chorus.
Chorus.
It always starts at 100%, which I think is pretty duddy. It's like you go down to at least like 30 or even less. But.
Okay. Do you use do you send MIDI from your DAW to automate stuff like?
Yeah, I'm gonna go into that.
Oh right, sorry. Certainly sounds thicker.
It's sick. Okay, yeah, you're talking about how to do something like that. Watch chords.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do all of that shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, so like, let's say we want that chorus to like do that creepy shit I was just doing by hand with the mod wheel.
Okay.
Mod is the source.
Yep.
See how it's saying CO2 right now?
Yep.
Right now, it's controlling the amount of that chord. Chord 2, amount. So
Okay.
it's making that variable go up when you move the mod wheel. Okay, that's like a regular synth, LFO on the pitch. So that means if I move this, it will go. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Okay.
Right?
And that would sound different if it was just if you...
You could have that be something totally different, and it would affect that again. Like, you could be like, okay, instead of pitch, let's go to filter. It's not doing it. Why is that? Let me think. Oh. Is that one? No. I could just be being stupid. Oh, you know why? It's because I'm only editing one group. So if I want to solo that group. Whoops. Delete that. Gotta remember how to solo a group here. Solo voice, I guess. If you only listen to one, you'll hear it now. Whatever. Yeah. The reason it sounded that is because one of the groups is still doing the pitch, and the other one's only doing the filter, and the filter is barely noticeable because it's so high. So whatever on that. But what we were trying to do was make group one, instead of going to that, we want it to go to the chorus, right? So you just got to find it in here. That's when I don't do that much. I don't know exactly where it is. Okay, chorus amount.
Okay.
Let me turn off this. So that should stop that fucking wobble. So the wobble's gone out. So now, this should be all fucking with the chorus. Pretty cool. You hear the difference? Sick. It's like subtle dope shit. Actually sounds fat with it up, don't it?
It does.
So yeah, you can do some cool shit like that. What else?
What about the Z-plane filters?
Oh, you want to know if that's all the hype? Go edit groups again. Alright, we're using a high pass for that shit.
Okay.
You want to hear what the Z-plane sounds? Let's just solo one voice. That should work. There you go. Well, that's doing that thing.
Okay.
Voice one solo. I don't think it. Yeah, whatever one's highlighted.
Okay.
See? So voice one, we're in there. I wouldn't use this in the actually, I don't want to ruin that because it's sounding fat. I'm going to copy it so that I can have a free voice to fuck with that's non-destructive. So we're hearing that one. Z-plane filters, that would be like shit like these.
Oh dear.
And what it is, I mean, if you just look at it, you can kind of guess what it does.
Yeah.
So like if you have one of these like that, we can assume that when the filter's down, it's going to be taking away that much gain from that range. And we turn it up, it's going to add that much gain to that range.
Okay.
And the morph and expression thing is the thing that's kind of weird. Like, the morph is what makes it sound cool because it's like shelving like water and stuff. It doesn't just snap from one to the other.
Okay, yep.
But you hear how subtle it is. It's not like... I always use the high and low pass filters, honestly. You can hear how it's doing something. Or actually... No, you can't. That's the chorus. It takes us back to filter, right? Okay. So when it says filter frequency, you'll hear the top and bottom of that. You hear the difference?
Yeah. Yep. So the modulation wheel controls the shift between the different EQs, or?
Yeah, exactly. See, more and more, the more of this like interesting shit you get.
Yeah.
And check out if we did these like. If this was in the negative, yeah, that sounds. See, it's not really boosting anything now. It's just doing like a cut across. If you had this higher, now you really. You just see, like right there towards the end, you started to hear some shit. Just look at that little. It's like a very subtle thing. People like it because it sounds organic, but it's definitely not an obvious thing. You know? It's not super obvious. And these are all. These are all Z planes. They have some slightly different sounds.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
But I think if I remember correctly, that's the one that I would use most of the time. Maybe there's that one. Yeah, that's the most obvious one. It is cool. Definitely. I like these guys too.
Valves, yeah.
And it's like a flanger where you get to control where the frequency is.
Right.
Same phaser. Yeah, you can have it be fast and then slow. And it's pretty obvious. It's just like regular bandpass EQs. Sorry, bell EQs. Yeah, just be like if you're EQ normal.
Yep.
Yeah, I like doing this shit where I layer tops and bottoms, like how you saw me doing at the beginning.
Yep.
But obviously, if you want to sit and play with those morphing filters, you'll definitely end up with some cool shit. You might not like scientifically be able to explain how you're doing it, but you just fiddle with the frequencies, fiddle with the pluses and negatives till it sounds cool.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I don't even know if the people that made it could explain to you exactly how it works. So another thing obviously would be like the envelopes are pretty dope in here.
Yep.
And they're not normal.
There's like 2 stages of them.
Yeah, I'm going to edit all in this case so that everything's changing together. Does the chords thing make sense to you now? I mean, it's pretty fucking simple.
Yeah,
really.
yeah. It's not too dissimilar to the archive.
Right.
In terms of how they
just
set it
different
up.
wording.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we'll go say like we want. There it is already set. Yeah, that's usually like that actually. Adding amount based on the envelope. You can also do like add and subtract. That's what that is.
Yep.
Yeah, if you set that up, let's see. Then you go to envelope. You have to like basically put the shit at 100 to hear it. What I love doing is shit like this. You see, I just made like a crazy. You know, and like you just fuck around with that. So you got a beat playing and stuff. You can like come with something rhythmic. Sounds pretty cool, yeah. Do that in Contact, bitch. You can do the exact same synthesis, but it'll sound whack compared to that, man. That's just sick out the box. I wonder how it sounds on the track. You know, it's just like next level from the raw Moog, right?
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. I think you can quickly listen to the Moog if you just like do sample management. That's the raw sample. I was playing solo, but you know, like from what we started with to now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what else do you need to know how to do on there? You want to know some of the cool? I like some of these things.
Okay.
The tools.
Oh, the processing things.
Yeah, let's make a fresh copy of this. We'll call this Moog Bass 2. And then.
Are they saved as WAV files?
It depends what version you have.
Okay.
I think I saw it said 4.61, which would mean you do have that.
Okay. As default, it will do it? Save it?
Yeah, I think so. It'll like read on your PC and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
if you save it to a floppy disk, which takes ages, you can like put the floppy in your computer and it'll see it.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Let me think what kind of fun stuff you can do in here. This is neat.
Oil
Make shit, like I've
exciter.
used this on 808 basses so many times.
Okay.
Like a totally dull kick.
Right.
Right? You go in here. Yeah, I mean just even how it starts, but I'll do an extreme so you can hear. The old one, that would have taken 1 minute, by the way. The Ultras, that's the only difference between an Ultra and a regular EMU is how fast that shit happens.
Okay.
You hear that sizzle on the top?
Yeah,
Listen to the old one. Fucking super useful, that thing. I bet you if I just went ahead, even I'll go do a subtler version to actually use.
Do you use this for brakes at all?
Yeah, I mean, loads of people have, man. You know, like when you hear those breaks that have like flanging to them, like in trip hop and shit, I swear I'm hearing this.
Okay.
Go back down. And you see, you could,
Fade
wanted to.
in the amount.
you could have like a cymbal have maybe just like it brighter right at the beginning and have the fade out, you know, so that it goes away right after the attack if you wanted. And the tune thing, I'm not 100% sure if it's cents or not, but it seems to me like, yeah, it's like maybe 9 like micro tunes away or something like that. But I always just fuck with the amount. I never really fucked with tune before. But, you know, going in a more subtler one. Actually, I would do it even subtler than that. Let's try like 20%. Okay. And now I'll replace these top ones with that one and see how it sounds. Oh, a little bit more energy. Cutting way better now, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Got one little process. It's cutting now, and it kind of wasn't cutting quite yet before. I love that one. That's obviously useful as hell. Because that sound didn't really have any super highs to it. Now it does, man.
No, yeah. I added it.
Let's
That's
go back.
fucking crazy.
Let's go back to the original one.
Never even used that before.
Make a new one again. So we're on 3 now. Another new blank one.
Yep.
Other kind of fun things can you do? Bit converter's cool.
Just to make it sound grungy and crunchy.
Oops. For vocals, that's the best. If you want like a James Brown thing to sound like new school or whatever, just like try different bit amounts with that thing. Like a huh or whatever.
Right.
Like a huh has to be processed, man. It's just done 1 billion times. This thing just makes it sound like it's coming out SP12 or something, don't it? You know?
Yeah.
This is the filter thingy. I've used this a lot of times. I end up finding myself having to fuck with this to get what I want. But
Phase linear filter.
the reason this is good is you only have 1 filter per sound. So like if I wanted to take all the highs out of, or all the lows out of this and use it just as a high, and have a low pass filter on it in the actual synth.
Yep.
You know, it could be like high pass. It might not sound right. I have to play with it a bit to get it just how it should be. See how it does. And normally we wouldn't have like a super long. Actually, I'm gonna fix that real quick. The sample's too long. We only need that. Much faster.
So when you want to add a sound from the EMU into your track, do you track from it and bounce it out straight away almost, or do
Not
you
straight away, no.
you tweak stuff in the tune? Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hear the bass went away. Not a fuckload, but
So why would you do that as opposed to in the voices?
because I want to use the voice for something else, for a low pass filter instead of a high pass filter.
Okay.
It just gives you the option to have 2 filters at once, and also like shit reacts differently to stuff that has lows in it or not.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like if you want it to be more of a vocal effect, but it's a synth, the more you take lows out of it pre-filter, the more it's gonna sound more like a instead of a boosa. You know what I mean?
Right.
What other kind of shit? Like reversing.
Yeah.
That's all fun and obvious.
What's the loop thing? That obviously that's just a normal loop, for
I
example.
use that shit too, of course. Like that's the Reese looper. Turn off fixed size always. It's like auto calc will take the click out.
So you just find a bit that's musically pleasing, like to loop?
Yeah, it's all for fun. Like, there's no rule. That's sick. So I would be like, sure, I like that. That's fat. I don't even want to crossfade because I did auto calc and it sounds tough, just hard on and hard off, right?
And would you do this whilst the tune is playing to get a groove going again with this loop, or would you do this?
Maybe. Depends on. Maybe I don't have a tune yet.
Okay,
and I need the inspiration.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
That's fat, so I'm just going to keep it for the fuck of it and make another new blank one. But you see, like, I'm making all these sounds out of one sound.
Yeah.
And it's like, once you start going in the tune, you could just have, like, that's Moog bass, that's Moog bass 2, Moog bass 3, Moog bass 4, with those 4 different things I've just made, and have one be that, one be that, one be that, one be that, and it's like subtle changes, but it just sounds so alive and sick. You know
because
what I mean?
of the subtle changes, And so this represents the voices,
That's like a 16-channel mixer.
Okay.
Because no one uses their sampler for a whole tune anymore.
Yeah.
So I normally just look at the screen. No, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Where is it? I gotta figure out where that shit is. Is it view? There we go. So like now you're just seeing the first 4. Which is probably enough. And you get to see more shit, obviously. You can see like exactly what the volume is, the pan, see what out it's going out. You can tell if you're moving the mod wheel.
Where does that sit? Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I usually use the screen now.
Yeah, cool. I just got a text from...
And I'll try to be cheeky and use one of these filters and see how it goes. Might be fat.
And that's over the top of everything else?
Yeah, it's just kind of blend in with it. You can really get away with layering on this thing.
Okay.
Unless it didn't ruin it. Go ahead and turn it off. It didn't remember how I had this, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do a quick. And like I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Go for it.
It's just trial and error.
I know normally going up is good.
In volume and frequency at the same time.
Yeah, just cranking all that shit. Let's see how it goes. What I'll do now is do a little mix. Pull these groups down in volume. I'm sorry, it's here. It's not quite how I want it yet. I'll just settle this one for a second. So I need to just find a stronger one that's gonna go on top nice. On solo, you can't. Oh, dick face.
No detuning?
No, it's just I changed the volumes on that group, so I changed that too. That needed its own group. Now you can hear it. And it's just in there, you know, it's not like taking over really. It's fine being in there, you know? Never ruins it. It's changing. I'll probably do it half as long actually, like that. Sick. So let's sample that again.